In this video, we will cover how to find your employee schedule in Procura and then create some quick visits to record any visits that you have conducted in the day when you are entering visits at the end of the day. So from the main Procura ribbon, to find your employee schedule, you can select the Scheduling tab and then select the Find icon. You will see when I hover the mouse over the Find icon, the shortcut appears, which is pressing Ctrl, Alt and E on your keyboard, which will display the Find Employee Schedule window. In this window, you can select the last name checkbox and type your surname. In this example, I will type the details of my user login and then select the Find tab. This will show the results for the employee find. Make sure your name is selected in the list, then select OK. So this will now load my employee schedule as indicated. So if I needed to now enter visits for the day, for clients that I have seen earlier in the day, I can do so by highlighting the day in the calendar, then selecting the quick icon from the menu. Now this opens the quick visit intake window. I am entered as the employee for the visit, and now the details that appear for the visit that I need to enter are in the row indicated here. I can go to my Display tab and select Choose Sort Fields and tick the Comments checkbox and scroll down and also tick the Care Plan checkbox, then select OK. This will add these options as indicated for me to complete for the visit I want to add. So the first field I must now select is the client that I have done the visit for earlier in the day. And I select the three-dot icon. This will open the client lookup, and I can use the scroll bar to go up and down and then make the client selection. If it was a group client, I could select the caravan park record, which represents a group client for the HPP department. If it was an unregistered client I had seen, I could select the appropriate AOM client record. Dependent on the client age, if the client is 65 and over, I would select AOM CHSP. If they were under 65, I would select the AOM PYP. So I make the appropriate selection for the client I wish to create a visit for and then select OK. This will enter the details of the client in that field. Then under Episode, select the drop down and you will see the HPP episode for the unregistered client will be indicated. Make that selection. In the Start field, I can type the time of the visit and then tab across to the Stop field and enter the time, and then tab across to the field indicated as the bill service. Using the drop-down arrow, I can then select the appropriate HPP service type for the client that I've seen. So make your selection. Then in the comments field, scroll across if you need to, but in the comments field you can type the care that you attended or a comment for the visit. From the table, which is the next field. Using the arrow, make your selection for the HPP table in the menu. Then the next field to make a selection is the activity field, and this is where we add our care plan activities for what we actually did in the visit. So you can make a selection, and then if there are multiple activities, you select the Add tab here, and this will allow you to select a second or third or however as many activities that you need to select. If you are making or had made a referral for the client, then make sure that you scroll down in the activity table and you will see the range of referrals as indicated. So referral to accommodation service, referral to drug and alcohol service, etc., etc. So you can make your appropriate selection for the type of referral that you have made for the client. And once again, you can add as many activities as is required for what you conducted in the visit. Okay, so once you've entered all your activities as indicated, you can then select OK. If you want to add more visits because you saw a number of clients on this day, you can select the Add tab as indicated. This will give you a blank line, a new row, to then make another selection for another client that you may have seen, and repeat the steps that we just completed to enter the visit date details for the next client. And just keep moving across and entering or selecting each of the required fields that we previously covered. Once you're happy and have entered multiple visits for the visits you've conducted in the day, you can then select OK. And you will see that the visits we just created as quick visits in your employee schedule have now become one-time visits as indicated. And if I can drag the view, you can see the legend at the bottom of your schedule window indicates blue visits are one-time visits. The final step after you have added the quick visits in your schedule for the clients you've seen for that day would be to verify each visit. You can review the previous video on searching for group or unregistered clients on the steps required for how to verify a visit.